we people? Hello, hello. If you're in the live chat, just give me a hello. Let me know that everything's coming through okay with the audio and the picture. Hello, all good? Alrighty, let's get stuck into it. Hey guys, Steve Marks here, back again. This is live stream number 3 with you guys. I'm basically reviewing your music. So if you have any tracks you want to review today on the live stream, just send them to my SoundCloud, just DM. And yeah, I'll listen, I'll give you some feedback. But it's basically just to build everyone's confidence in music production, really. Just make sure if you are tuning in on YouTube to give me a subscribe, guys. They help. I want to try and build my YouTube channel a bit in the coming weeks. So let's get straight into these demos. Let's start off with Olynyk. Oh my gosh, tough name to start. Anyway, let's just get straight into it. Here we go. That looped vocal gets a bit annoying after a little while. Give me a second, I'm just going to make it a bit louder in my my headphones. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Initial thoughts on the first half of the track. It's pretty good. Your lead is very centered, so if you were to give it a bit of stereo, it would sound a bit better. So you could literally just duplicate your lead layers, pan a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right. It'll give you some width. Also, the drop lead kind of appears out of nowhere. So your lead sound, it's a very good lead sound. I would maybe introduce it a little bit earlier in your build-up, under a bit of filter, and slowly release it out. Because when I first heard the drop, it sounded very like unfamiliar, like a bit abrupt. But yeah, let's just keep going. I'm hearing some clashing in the low to mid frequencies. It could be the synth that I'm hearing bam, 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 bam is clashing with your bass a little bit. Your bass is very well mixed, but I think your synth has too many low frequencies. It's causing a tiny clash. There you go. Olynyk. Nice track, my friend. Yeah, I'll give you a follow, mate. Yeah, just what I said there. Like your bass and your kick are well mixed. Like they're nice and separated. The kick sort of punches through the mix pretty good. Yeah, just where I mentioned with the synth that you have there, there sounds to be a few too many low frequencies, so it's clashing with the bass line a little bit. But overall, pretty nice track. Hey guys, tuning in, welcome to the stream. Be sure to go and like all these guys on SoundCloud, give them a follow. Let's all build our profiles together. Yeah, nice track to start. All right, on we go. Niklas vibes. Here we go, my friend. Nice. Your clap is in key. Bassline coming in. Snares a tiny bit too loud, but overall still pretty good build up. Yeah, nice drop. For some of you guys were in the stream last week, I mentioned about like sort of cutting out all your low frequencies, sort of in the build up. So when the drop hits with those low frequencies, it gives it like strong impact. This is a perfect example in this track. It's very nicely done with all the low frequencies out in the build up. There is like a bass line here, but it's only just been integrated. Then when the drop hits, it's you really feel that low end punch through. Yeah. Yeah, nice. All right, we'll continue from this point here. Nice light and shade as well after the drop. You sort of drop the energy back down, which is always a welcome relief on the dance floor. Come on, give me that build up again. Once again, snare a little bit too loud, but nice track, Niklas. I'll give you some tips. to take it sort of to that next level. So your first drop and your second drop sounded like very similar. I thought I was going to hear a top melody in that second drop. I heard a note. Let me find it. It's in this next break here. Yeah. That high sweep bow no would have been awesome if you created like a second melody on the top. Gives the second drop a bit more depth. And if you want to sort of the main thing that gives people like groove and swing on the dance floor is your bass line. So your bass line is very sort of throughout. It's like note, 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 things like that. For instance here, so your bass notes are long. You could maybe go bump, 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 bump with the bass, and it sort of it ties the lead and the bass together, gives it like a little bit more going on, if that makes sense. Yeah, nice track, my friend. I'm gonna follow you back because you followed me. Make sure you're following each other, guys. If you've just tuned in, welcome. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube. Just want to build some more followers here, guys. Yeah, mate, really nice track. So far so good in this stream. Pretty strong tracks submitted this week, so well done, my friend. Alright, Ninja Sauron has sent me, looks like his whole repertoire here. You know what, I love this track, but I'm gonna go for an original, my friend. 1 year, mate, do you have anything newer? 1 day ago. Is that something you've shared? Let's just try this one out. Ninja Siren, Polaris and Aurora. Okay, Ninja Siren. Okay, I'm not sure if this is one of the tracks you wanted me to review, but I basically just went with it because it's your most recent. Yeah, my friend, a few things. So, some of your samples, so some of your like little audio clips that you have going here, there, and everywhere. It's good. It brings good like sort of detail to your track, but some of the samples you've used are a little out of key, so that sort of throws my ears a little bit. But one thing you've got actually quite well in this track is something like producers called air. So it's like this sort of high-end sort of like it's the high frequencies that you filled up quite nicely, and it gives your song like a nice bit of air. That's sort of the terminology that they use in reviews and stuff like that. vocal is at the front of the mix, so it stands out nicely. Gonna skip through a bit. Got the Dead Mouse vibes going on there. Yeah, so Ninja Siren, just with this track, it sounds a bit muddy. So it sounds like the kick drum you've used, instead of being a short, sharp kick, it sounds like it has a long tail, which is sort of filling up all those bass frequencies, and your bass line, like your bass guitar, is struggling to sort of come through the mix. Nobody knows. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that high sort of tinkle in there. Overall, my friend, nice track. I'm not sure if you're new to producing or if you've been doing it a few years. Yeah, you've been doing it a few years. Yeah, so yeah, I would possibly just fix the muddiness in that track. That high sort of tinkle that came in near the end, I wasn't a fan of. But if it's something you like and you want to keep in your track, by all means, keep it. All right, Door Slam Wave, 2 tracks. One made from slamming my doors for drums, and the other features live violins by Stephen Harvey. Enjoy, keep spinning. Well, let's check out your Door Slam. Nice. My man's met 50 Cent, or has been to the Wax Museum. Okay, here we go. Wow, the track really gets going when that bass hits. Alrighty, Door Slam Wave, my My feedback for you, my friend. Yeah, it's a bit of a tribal beat you've got going on there. If you want to sort of kick it up a level, start learning about automation. So automation is where volumes and pitch bends and things like that automatically happen throughout the track. It's something that you create in your software. Let's quickly check out your other one. I'll skip through it a bit, but this one I think might be the one with the violin in it. And I'll give you a follow. Guys, if you're on the live stream, hello, welcome. Jump on SoundCloud and follow everyone. So Door Slam Wave, go give him a follow. Looks like he's a new producer as well. 2 tracks out. Give him a follow. Let's get his followers. Try and get him to 20. Okay, I'm not hearing any. There's the violin. Yeah. One thing you might not hear if you're listening on a mobile phone right now, you can't hear the volume panning that's going on. So I am hearing some automation there of panning left and right. As I said before in your last track, if you want to get it to that next level, try some automations on filters, like having a filter on things and slowly bringing it out. Creates some tension, some build up. You have a good bass selection. There's the violin. Ew. Volume's a bit low. Alright, give me a sec. Yeah, this track is very low. I'll pump it up a bit. Is that better? Guys, let me know if that volume's better for you. Also, when you mean volume, do you mean me speaking or the track playing? Cool. Door Slam Wave. I'm not sure how you're making your music. If it's off a smartphone or something, that's pretty good. I know they have limitations. If you're making it off a computer or some sort of software suite, do some research on automation. Yeah, and then you can take your sort of production to the next level. Cool. All right, moving on. Let's get to some more here. DJ Beat and Vibe. Let's get stuck into it. Break down the hype. button. I'm trying to build up my channel. Guys, this track is a perfect example of the power of vocal chops and things like that. So with like tech house, techno tracks, they're always 7 or 8 minutes long, right? And they always get very boring if there's nothing happening. So this track, in my opinion, would be a little bit boring if there was no sort of vocal chops or vocal cuts going on throughout the track. But they are layered in here perfectly, so nice work. It keeps the track interesting. I'm keen to see what happens from this point. If you're ever sending your tracks in for, you know, live streams or to radio shows or whatever, make sure you have available the download link. Like, this is a track I love to play as a warm-up in some of the clubs here in Germany. Mate, make the download button available so I can download it and I'll play it in some of my sets. Yeah, nice track. I'm not sure if it's because of my headphones, but it was like pretty bass heavy. But I mean, that's techno, tech house, and house music in general. So yeah, mate, really nice track. I'm gonna do one more track, then I'm just gonna go on a really quick break. Okay, Skater 1 beats. Let's pick. What do we want? Let's go Mirage, alternative rock. Come on. Something different. See how we go. Nice. Nice little break here. Introduction of a new sound. Does get a bit thin here. Maybe some more elements in here would keep the track going. Also some variation on your drum track as well. Nice track overall. It's nice and chilly. I know that. So Skate One Beats, I know how he's making his music. He's making it off a smartphone. So for making beats off a smartphone, that's quite nicely done. What I might do is, I'll just have a really quick break, guys. I'll be back in like 30 seconds. Something I've whipped up. I've been trying to sort of broaden my skills, sort of into a bit more of like video production and things like that. And it's really important these days when you're trying to market yourself online, to really have like everything lined up, everything filled out, if that makes sense. For example, when I go to my SoundCloud, I've got all my social links here. You can click on all of these and they go to my profiles. So my Instagram, etc., etc. A lot of demos I've reviewed in the past have had like no details, no way of contacting. And what I normally do after each post, after each live stream, is I do a post on Instagram and tag everyone on Instagram. And a lot of you guys don't seem to have your details filled out. So make sure, spend some time, spend an hour or something one night. It's not going to take long. Just go through all your socials and fill everything out. Make it complete, you know. This is something I threw on my Instagram not long ago, just to try and better my skills as like a video producer. And I kind of produced I guess you'd call it a lyric video for one of my remixes. So here it is, check it out. Let me know what you think in the comments. If I told you so that was just something I whipped up, just something to do when I was bored one day. It's kind of cool as a music producer to show your skills, because labels and people on your social medias kind of take notice when you have cool things going on. All right, we're going to push on. Massa, here we go. Just gonna quickly do, because this is a remix, I haven't heard the original. I'm just gonna hear the original. It was a remix. Love Goodbyes. Let's find the original here. Ugh, God.
Just another night, will you push me aside and make it all make it about you? Goodbyes. Another night.
Okay, all I'm hearing is like Ed Sheeran Shape of You vibes.
And I love it when you lie. Oh, I know you love goodbyes. Oh, I know you love goodbyes. Don't you hate it?
Once again, if you're listening on a smartphone, you won't hear some of the channels are panned quite nicely, like gives it a bit of width.
Pretending you don't know all the trouble that you put me through, all the stories that you fake. I know
Look, it's hard with this one because the original is sort of in a similar BPM.
Sorry, baby,
It's very hard to have a remix be like really amazing when it's like in a similar BPM.
it's time for someone new. Who is he with all the broken hearts?
Greetings from Tokyo,
All
Masa.
the broken parts. Oh, I know you love goodbyes. And I love it when you lie. Oh, I know you love goodbyes. Oh, I know you love goodbyes. And I love it when you lie.
Yeah, the build up is good. It has a bit of a skip beat in it, but when the drop hits, like when the lead hits, the notes are so like long, you sort of lose the rhythm. It turns into a bit more of a flowy melody rather than a chopped up sort of.
Oh, I know you love goodbyes.
So this has got a nice up down,
Oh, I know you love goodbyes.
and then it flows a bit more. I'm not,
Oh, I know you love goodbyes. And I love it when you lie. Oh, I know you love goodbyes.
yeah, and then just a few mixing critiques, a bit of constructive feedback. So your bass guitar is very low frequency, and it's clashing only slightly with your kick. And same feedback as some of the earlier tracks. Your kick sample that you're using sounds a bit too long, like too much of a long tail. Try and find a kick sample that has a really thin tail, so that it's more of a stab rather than a thud. Because when it's a thud, it takes up all that low end frequency, and it sounds a bit muddy, as I explained near the start of the stream.
I think it's time for someone new. Who is
But I really like that bit there. It's mixed nice and clean. Everything has its own sort of frequency, very similar to the original. So, nice work, my friend. Yeah, overall, pretty nice. Let's check you out, Mr. Massa. Tracks. Okay, so maybe you're new to music production. So let's assume your first track is from 2 months ago. Let's say you've been learning how to make music for, let's say, 4 months. That's amazing results if that's where you're at after 4 months. So well done, my friend. Give him a follow on SoundCloud, guys, if you're tuned in. We're here to sort of grow everyone, so be sure to like each other. Welcome if you're just tuning in on YouTube as well. Let's get straight into the next demo. So Kurt Axel Saludo, Runaway. Let's check this one out. Okay, that's different. Okay, Kurt Axel Saludo. One thing I would recommend you work on is your scales. So when music is produced, songs are sort of made in key, which what that means is certain notes are played within that song that are all sort of in the same chord progression. Some of the notes that you have in this track and in your melodies are out of key. So some notes land on the wrong key, and to my ears it sounds like a little incorrect. Checking out your profile though, you're like a new producer as well, so all I can say is, mate, just keep making music. That's something that will come to you over time. It's very hard to start off perfect, so just learn about key and scales and things like that, and then you can begin to produce a track in key. Sorry. There are some really good tools for finding out, which chords and which keys work in a track. You can use websites like Hook Theory. I think I've got it down here. Hook Theory, basically what you can do is you can put in a song name, and what it will do is it will give you the song key and what chords they use in that song. For example, here's Hey Jude, which has just automatically appeared, and yeah, it shows you what chord everything is played in. So you've got here F, C, C7, F, and the melody follows a certain structure that is in key with the chords playing underneath. So another thing you can do as well when you guys are starting out with a track is you can use a reference track. So for instance, Heads Will Roll by the Yeah Yeah Yeahs. You can just put that in, Heads Will Roll, and it gives you the chords that they use. You can use those chords, you can put them in different orders, you can do a whole bunch of things, and then you will begin to be producing songs that are in a specific key. You won't have any problems like having notes that go out of key. I'm just going to skip through the song a bit to hear. The keyboard that you use sounds quite real as well, so nicely done. Alright, my friend, I'm going to move on. I hope that feedback helps you. Music production is very hard to sort of get started in, so alright, Van Harlem, here we go. Let's pick 7 days ago, Down. Hearing a lot of flume elements in this track. Wow, okay, a lot going on there. That's this is going to contradict a lot of things I've said in the past. So this track is unique because there's no like bass line in it. There is a bass kick, and what's happening on that bass kick is sort of what I've advised against in previous streams. And what there is on the bass kick is a slight reverb and a delay, which fills up a lot of the low frequency, which is usually a big no-no in music production because it clashes with your bass line. But in this instance, there's not really a bass line, so this section here sounds a little out of key compared to the bass notes, in my opinion. Give me something new in the second drop. Yeah, you could very easily have a melody running up the top in the high end here as well. Something swingy. Nice light and shade as well. Coming off your first drop, you break into the keys quite nicely. Same here on the outro as well. One thing to add, like that next level to your track, is you touched on it here. You added a sort of sweep in. Right here. that there. So I'm not sure if that's a sample that you reversed, but a really cool effect for you guys still tuned in on YouTube is get a sound, whether you've made it like from a MIDI or something like that, and just record it into a different section, a new track with a heap of reverb on it, and basically you record just one hit, one stab of the piano or something like that, and it creates a new audio clip. You then take that audio clip and reverse it, and then you move it to where that note's about to start, and it sort of leads into the note. It's a really cool technique that a lot of the top producers use to sort of give little tiny elements in their tracks that sort of really set them apart from everyone else. All right, I'm going to give your other track a try as well, because I loved that mood change. Let's check this out. Corrupt Kings, Van Halen. Be sure to follow anyone on SoundCloud, guys, if you're tuned in. Give them some love. So Van Halen, this is where your delay on the bass starts to kill itself. So exactly what I said on the last bit of feedback. So the delay and the reverb on your kick worked well because there was no bass line in that last track. In this track there is. So what's happening now is when your bass drum hits and then it has all the do-do-do-do-do's after, it's clashing in frequency with your bass line, and it's like a sub bass or it's a sine bass or something, and it's really like sort of they're fighting each other to be like the loudest sound, and they both just sort of diminish. How are we going in the YouTube comments, guys? We still there? Backroom Berlin sort of stuff. Yeah, so in sections like this where you have the long bass, the kick is really sort of fighting with that bass line. There are sections where you can use your sort of kick drum delay technique, and that would be in the sections where there's no bass. So you did have some, like in this section here, so you could have some kicks which are affected with that delay there, but once the bass kicks back in, it's a big no-no. this kick with the delay, it's the kind of track that would annoy the shit out of your neighbors if you lived in an apartment block. Van Harlem, I hope I have helped you a little bit with your sort of kick drum technique. I'm just looking at your profile. You seem to have been producing music for a while. So good luck to you, sir. Yeah, everything I say in these streams is just my opinion, guys. So there's 200 million opinions on music. Just if I say something that you find negative, it's just my opinion, remember? You know, if you don't impress me, who knows, you might be impressing 500 girls at your local club, so don't stress. Alright, Project Vimy. If you want to feature my track, I recommend this one. It's on Spotify. Let's check it out. Who is coming? Here we go. I bet we get ads. No. Yes. Hey guys, if you've just joined in on YouTube, send your tracks through to my SoundCloud if you want to get a review. Just look for me, Steve Marks Music. Very, very dark track. To me, it sounds like your kick is out of key, a tiny bit. It's like maybe one octave too high. What genre would you label this, guys, in the comments? What do you think? Halloween special song. Yeah, you're right. It's very basic in its like production sense. So Project Vimy, I would like some of the advice I gave earlier in the live stream would be to do some YouTubing and look at automation and try and introduce some elements in your tracks that have automation to them. So automation can be anything from like increasing volume, decreasing volume, to adding effects like filters or reverb. Yeah, and it just brings your tracks sort of to that next level. Once again, I don't know how you're producing these tracks, whether it's on a smartphone or on a computer, I'm not sure. But yeah, that's my recommendation to you, is to look into automation. It does remind me of one of my tracks actually called Spiders. Let me try and find it. Like, I tried to make this like dark, mysterious track once. I don't know what I was thinking. Here we go.
Spiders.
I don't know. Anyway. Alright, let's move on. Thank you for the submission, sir. Let's continue. We are up to... Where are we up to? We're coming into... Yeah, Project Vimy we just did. Let's give this guy another go. Let's go to his most recent track. Reach Out Electronica. Let's see what is involved here. I'm going to give him a follow on SoundCloud. Guys, you should all be following each other on SoundCloud as well. Sounds a bit like experimental as well, this one. Pew, pew, pew. Sounds like he's found the laser sound effect. Yeah, okay. Experimental stuff, that's cool. It's not my cup of tea, but it's some people love that sort of stuff. Alright, let's get into, I think we are up to Enmark. BLX, let's check out Enmark BLXT. Let's not. Let's close that. Let's reopen that because I hate ads. Let's try again. Guys, if SoundCloud ever hits you with ads, just close it and reopen it, and then you're straight back in. You don't have to wait. Hot tip. I'm already noticing like thing to note in your drop, you have a good build up. When the drop hits your lead, like the lead sound you have that makes that sort of melody, it has a lot of low frequency in it, and it really kills your kick. I might be wrong, but maybe when you were mixing this, you might have had to increase your kick because you thought it wasn't loud enough, but it's just because it's clashing with your lead sound. It has a lot of low end in it. So just put an EQ on your lead. Just realized this is a remix as well, so I'm just gonna listen to the original, see what it's Master Jacks. Is it this? I don't know. Maybe. Yeah. Well, I mean, you came second in the remix contest, so can't be too bad. Yeah, well done on getting number 2 in the remix contest as well. I have my theory with Spinnin' Records. So my theory is this: they run remix contests. So what happens is all us budding producers download the stems, we work our asses off and make a remix, and then we flood it on SoundCloud. We do it on SoundCloud, we then promote it on Facebook, Instagram, whatever. And then when the remix contest ends, they sort of don't do anything because we've just promoted their track for free. Yeah, not bad. I don't mind that remix. It's not my favourite style of music, but overall, well done for getting second place. Alrighty, here we go, Mr. Master Send. Let's check out Fire. Thought I was following you, bro. I am now. Ooh. Nice. So guys, this is a perfect example of automation. If you guys tuning in on YouTube, if you're a new producer and you keep hearing the word automation and you don't know what it means, I've mentioned it every time in my live stream. So what we can hear with Master Send here is he has a synth or a keyboard or something like that, which is playing a sound, and it has a filter on it or something like that. And what is happening as time progresses, he has created an automation to slowly open that filter or to change the sound over time. So if you listen to this sort of break here, you hear that those little notes are just really short, and then slowly it's being automated open. So that's what automation is.
Take your walls out. We came here tonight to have some fun, and tomorrow get another flight. I wanna see everybody with your hands up. I love to see having such a good time. I wanna see you all with the lights on. I love to party always the good night.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, nice. Nice work with the 808 kicks in there as well, really giving it that thud. Here comes the automation again.
The moon is so bright, and it's just 1 to midnight. We love the outside, just waiting for the sunlight. I wanna see everybody with your hands up. I love to see having such a good time. I wanna see you all with the lights on. I love to party always the good night.
The vocal could use some reverb or something like that to give it a bit more air. Nice. I'm just going to bring it back to here. Nice work on the two melodies working together. So, guys, if you ever think that your track sounds a bit thin or a bit like boring, always add a second melody. So it's hard to hear, but you have the main melody. So there's two melodies running concurrently, which fills out sort of the mid frequencies and the high frequencies. My friend, it's a really good drop. The whole build up is like an EDM build up, and then it drops into sort of like a trap beat. If you wanted to give this like a whole new dimension, I'd almost have the first drop, the first half of the first drop as like an EDM build, as an EDM drop. So it's like, I don't know, about 133, 134 BPM. You could totally have it as just an EDM drop. and then halfway through change it to the sort of trap drop. The other thing with a good track, guys, you'll hear a new thing every time you listen to it. So what I just heard second time around on the drop was some automation on the hi-hats. So it's like that sound. You can hear the pitch change over time, sort of like a roll down. So automating the pitch down will sort of bring down the energy, bring down the mood, and automating up will bring up the energy. So it's always great to automate up coming into a drop, and then as you're sort of reducing out of the drop, you can sort of automate from up to down. So I'll try and illustrate that with my hands, what I'm hearing. So I'm not sure if you can hear that on your phones or however you're streaming it, but I do hear it through my headphones. Very, very well done, my friend. Probably one of the best tracks that I've played on the stream today. So very, very well done, my friend. You had another track here as well. So any opportunity, nada quadisia. I'm probably saying that wrong, but the Master Send remix. Let's check it out. Hang on, someone's stealing my car. Oh no, it's just the song. Welcome if you're just tuning in on YouTube. Hello, I'm Steve Marks. I'm reviewing your tracks. I'm going to end the stream soon, so if you want to review, get your tracks in. If you've learnt something, just hit subscribe or like, whatever. Do both, even better.
He perdido amigos porque no me valoraron. He tenido miedo porque nunca me cuidaron. He sufrido mucho porque nunca confiaron. He aprendido más cuando todos me pisotearon. Ya no tengo nada que decir.
Really nice. On that second half of the drop, I'd almost get rid of the siren sound and bring up the volume of the hi-hats, because they've got a really nice groove.
Tu corazón ya no manda, no es lo que esperaba. Lo has traicionado y eso es así. Pensaba que lo olvidaba, que no era nada, pero yo sabía que venía de ti. Pero ya no pierdo tanto, yo soy el que canto y te acordarás cuando pienses en mí. Tu corazón ya no manda.
Guys, if you're there in the comments, also you can put your feedback in the comments as well. Let Master Send know what you think of his track. He is currently texting away.
Ya no tengo nada que decir.
Nice. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to find the original to compare it to. So give me a sec. Opportunity. Okay, it's not coming up. I'm assuming that the original is possibly like some reggaeton track, and you've remixed the hell out of it. Sounds really good. Yeah, my only recommendation is, on the second part of the drop is to get rid of the sort of siren sound. Oh, cool. Yeah, send me the original, please. Yeah, so this bit in the drop, guys, if you listen, the siren is a little overpowering. I know it's a recurring theme throughout the track, but you can hear some hi-hats come in. It's sort of like got a dance rhythm, and it really adds a new element of drive to the track. So let's see if we can hear that as well. So yeah, I'm not sure if you heard what I mean, but I think that if you boost those hi-hats in the second half of the drop, it'll really push through, give a whole new sort of element to that drop. Man, two really good tracks. If you quickly send me the link in the YouTube comments, maybe I can quickly play it. For now, I'll move on to Mellow Indo. Please follow me on Spotify. Yes, sir. Guys, if you're just tuning in, welcome to the live stream. Hit subscribe. I want to build my channel. I also want to build your channels as well, guys. So everyone that I'm playing on the live stream, I'm following you. I'm doing what I can to sort of push your tracks. You guys should also look these guys up. Give them a follow. It's as simple as like clicking a button on your computer or on your smartphone. It's so easy to do and it means so much to everyone. So let's check this out. In My Heart, Mellow Indo. Greetings, Mellow Indo. Thank you for waiting patiently, my friend. Nice bass already. Deep house is my jam. It's how I started to get international shows in 2015. I was playing a lot of deep house. Nice. This takes me back to Ibiza. Culture cafe on the beach, all these beach clubs. Just this music all day. Sunburn, oh my God. You have a nice introduction of elements as well throughout the track. You're bringing in new elements. Nice. You one thing I'll suggest is, so your vocal is great. I would introduce it earlier, and I don't mean like start the vocal earlier. I mean chop up your vocal into like tiny little segments. So I'd chop it up, I'd then reverse it, I'd put it on a new vocal track and add a shitload of reverb. So it's sort of like little vocal chops coming in here and there. just so that the listener knows when they're playing the track for the introduction, they know that there's a vocal coming. Because with like deep house, tech house, and house music, the really stripped back versions, it's very easy for people to just click next if all they hear is a beat and some chords. So it's really important to keep people engaged throughout your track. So yeah, chop up your vocal, reverse it, add a shitload of reverb on a different channel, and then yeah, it gives people little bits of ear candy to keep them entertained and enticed to be like, oh, there's a vocal coming. Okay. Because I think your vocal hits around there, like nearly 2 minutes in. You know what I mean? So that's just some feedback there. Nice breakdown. Could even strip this down even more. Instead of having the chords dun 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 dun, you could just have the main chords. So dun dun, sort of when you first break. It's very nicely mixed too. You've got just enough like white noise that it's not annoying. A lot of deep house tracks have so much white noise and it just annoys the shit out of people. Nice, pull the drums away, good. Never underestimate your percussion tracks as well, guys. It's always, I know it's a pain in the bum, but it's always good to give variation to the drum track. So Mellow Indo's done that in parts where he's pulled out the kick drum to just sort of create a sort of stop, you know, after 16 beats and repeat. I think by this stage in the track, people will be wanting to hear something different. The vocal again, that's fine. I'm looking like this section here is similar to this section. It's going to be the same breakdown again, and then the same build up again. So if you don't mind, I'm just going to skip through it a bit. Yeah, so here you could just have the chord dun 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 dun. It would really strip it back, and you could even pull it out fully where it's just the vocal. You can automate the keys down, maybe just have the vocal and the shaker, something like that. It would give like a whole new, like a raw element to the track, and then it's something different for the listener when they make it to this section of the track, sort of like a little reward. Really nice, really good groove. Yeah, I'd almost add in like another melody over the top here in the sort of the end bit here, because you know, I could skip through this track and I could hear the same beat and the same chords over and over and over. So just add something else over the top, like a pan flute, or even if it's just a keyboard melody, something over the top. Make sure it's in key. Yeah, but a really catchy track. The bass line doesn't have too much variation, which is perfectly fine for deep house and house music. Yeah, it just keeps the groove of the track going. So I would definitely be playing this in Croatia and things like that when I go there in the summer to play shows. So man, really nice track. Well done, my friend. Yeah, that transported me back to like 2015. All those shows I was playing around Spain and stuff. Really cool. Okay, this is the original, right? This one here. Just wanted to check. So it's a rap song, you said. Wow. Okay, yeah, so you made a very, very good remix. Yeah, let's do it. Come on. Alright guys, no problems, Mellow Indo. Really, really good track, my friend. Keep it up. I gave you a follow, so we should all be following each other as well, guys. Here's Master Sen's remix of Brooks and Kashmir Voices. I was going to enter this competition as well. I haven't really bothered. Not yet. One thing that hit me was the first note of the drop. I hear that it's falling down, but it sounds like it falls from a note too low. The dum bum. It goes like boom boom, a little bit too early, in my opinion. You've got the dance hats on the second part of the drop. It's good. It keeps it going. Yeah, people in the chat, let Mr. Master Sen know what you think of his remix. And welcome if you've just joined us on YouTube. Hello, I'm Steve Marks. Make sure you subscribe. I want to grow my channel and do much more live streams to help you guys out, build us all up together. Give me something different in the second drop. Come on. Nice work with the hold on the drums. It gives like a different element to the track. One thing I would recommend, I know it's already in the contest. I wonder how. Do you know what the ranking is at the moment, Mr. Master Send? One thing, guys, I'll recommend when you enter remix competitions, make the track as different as you possibly can. So this is my version of Letters by Lucas and Steve, and I made the drop so different. And the other thing I did was I made the second drop totally different as well. And no more tracks, guys, so I'm actually going to play this track out as my outro. So thanks very much for tuning in. Thanks for all your comments and everything like that. Make sure you subscribe. Thanks for all your comments throughout, and I hope this has encouraged you guys to, work a little bit harder on your productions. Try some tricks that I've recommended, and I hope you've learnt something. I've run out of beer, so I'm out of here.
You by the ocean, near the stand without our alcohol. 2 shots and a beer was just enough to get us drunk. Walking down the shore, falling asleep to endless evening talks. Young and wild and reckless, we were trying to change the world, but the memories that die. The memories that die. I wrote you letters to remember the summer days, no nights, the time I
Thanks for a great show, guys. I will see you next week, 8 p.m. Berlin time. Woohoo!